what's going on, fellow captains? It's Muse. So, a week or two ago, I was watching one of the Hive Hound's videos, and he was talking about content creators he's never seen a content creator feature a bad battle or bad moments. And he was saying that it would be a good opportunity to learn from, as far as educational. Now, he may not have seen them, but I've done videos like that before, and they didn't do too well. I stopped doing them because there was a bunch of people that just basically used this as an opportunity to troll and be like, you know, hey, look how garbage you are. And it's funny, but those people don't comment on the videos where, you know, I go and I have a stellar game. They just seem to show up when I post a negative video or a video where I didn't perform as well as I would have liked to. So today I'm taking that as a challenge from Hive, and we're gonna make another video that features a game that I did not play the way I want to, and in the worst way possible. If you've ever played with me, if you've ever been in a division with me, there's one thing I do not like losing, and that is a clutch fight. When it comes down to the end of the game, and the game's on the line, I don't like to blow clutch plays. I really, like, I get the adrenaline rush of winning a clutch fight. So it's something I really don't like to lose. And the battle we're going to feature today, you're seeing some kind of clips from it right now. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to break down exactly what happened. And we are going to show you my potato moment where I throw a clutch fight. A fight I could have won. I made a very simple mistake. When you see the mistake, you're going to understand exactly how small of a mistake it was. But it's literally the difference between winning and losing. And so we're going to break that down. We're going to break down some of how it ended up being in the position that I needed to clutch the game up. There was mistakes on other people's parts that really made this a much more difficult fight than what it had to be. I'm going to bring those mistakes up as learning opportunities. At the end of the day, at the end of this fight, regardless of what happened, what went wrong, who did what, it was my fight to win or lose, and I lost it. So this is 100% on me at the end. Again, we're just going to talk about some of what went on that left me in the position to be in that clutch moment, the win or lose kind of scenario. And we're gonna discuss that. And when I get to the mistake, you're really going to see how just small and stupid of a mistake it was. You know, it's easy to go back in hindsight and look at these things and be like, oh, here's what you did wrong. In that moment, there was so much going on that, you know, it's... I was in the Air Force, and in the Air Force, I'm dealing with pilots. And what pilots tend to call it is task saturation. Now, in the modern age with the F-22s and things like that, you have the computer taking care of a lot of things that used to be taken care of by the pilot and the weapons officer. And so that has reduced the task saturation of pilots. We don't get a lot of, you know, the automated gadgets and gizmos in the game. And so a lot of the decision making is purely based on what you're seeing on that mini map on the screen. And you have to make decisions on that. When I play with Stabby, Stabby's always talking about game state, game state, game state. And game state affects your decision-making process, what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. And so with the analysis of this battle, I'm really looking to get into what goes wrong, how we get to the point where I'm left to clutch it, and what I do wrong at the end that causes us to fail and causes me to fail in clutching this fight. Ended up being a close fight. It didn't look that way for a little bit, but it ends up being a really close fight. It's a good fight. That's all I have for you. We're going to get into it, and we're going to talk about why. So let's break it down. Alright, so we got a 5v5 short game. We're on New Dawn. So right at the beginning, I ping this battleship, I ping Bravo, and I say, hey, I need your help over at this cap. He tells me negative. He's going to go to Alpha. That's going to be an issue, and that's going to cause this fight to end up being much more difficult than it is. And we'll get into why. We'll break that all down here in a minute. So, like I said, I don't know who's a new player, who's letting their kid play, any of that kind of stuff, so I'm not picking on anybody, but we are going to talk about things that occur in the fight. At the end of the day, it was my fight to win or lose, and I lost. That's the end of it. So, you can see I'm pinging the Alpha cap, telling this battleship that went Alpha, hey, there's DD over there. Doesn't care, keeps going Alpha. And we're going to get into why that's a problem here in a second. So you can see the Alpha cap's being turned, DD goes into Alpha cap. You think that would be a clue to this battleship player, like, I shouldn't have come out over here when my DD told me they were going Bravo. Again, I don't know who's a new player, who's letting their kids play, anything like that, so I'm not here to bash on anybody's decisions. I do my own potato thing at the end, we're going to discuss that. But this Nevada really left me in a bad way, because when you have these little games, you want to keep the team consolidated. And what I was really, my battle plan was to deal with Bravo and deal with Charlie and just let the other team have Alpha. Because this Nevada chose to go to Alpha, he has now spread our team out. And he's going to end up, it's a 5v5 game. I have the choice to make of, you can see he's being chased by the DD now, he's turning out. So I have the choice to make of, do I just sacrifice his HP pool, or do I go over there and try to help him? As you can see, I'm going to go try to preserve him because there is only 5 ships on our team. One of those is a battleship. So we end up coming across the Jinwei, get into our first knife fight. Now, what I really wanted to do was take Bravo, start heading towards Charlie, and be able to help that Charlie side, and literally just let these guys, I wanted to make it a 5-on-2 or 5-on-3 over on the other side of the map. And because this Nevada player decided to come all the way out here, and you can see he's just sailing further and further away from the middle of the map. So he's now dragging this fight out into Narnia for no reason. And I don't think he understands he has spread our team out, and that's a problem. Now, I'm going to get rid of this Jinwei. Our DD has lost their fight at Charlie. Our cruiser died at Charlie, most likely to the DD that killed our DD. Had I been in Bravo, and had I been able to go over to that side, the Jinwei would have come to Bravo, and after that DD lost his fight, the cruiser might have possibly been able to make his way to Bravo. But either way, both those DDs were going to end up coming to Bravo. So had I been able to just stay at Bravo, they would have come right to me. Instead, I'm out here chasing this battleship player that decides the edge of the map in a 5v5 is the place to be, to help try and preserve his HP pool. Now, I'm already over here. We've already lost the cruiser. We've already lost the DD. We've got 2 battleships left. One is on the far side of Bravo. There's no way I can get to him in time to be of any use. So I'm now stuck with this Nevada and trying to keep him alive. So I'm going to do everything I can to preserve his HP pool. So that's my game plan right now. Preserve his HP, get this cap down here that I didn't want to engage in the first place. And what else are you going to do? You know, the best laid plans go out the window with first contact with the enemy. Well, they also go out the window with, you know, first contact with potatoes. So, our Nevada, not this other Nevada. After all of this to preserve his HP pool, he is just going to throw it away. So his first mistake was when his DD said, oh, I'm going to Bravo, I need you to come with me, telling me negative. Second mistake was driving out into Narnia. And his third mistake is coming up right here. Now, I've done everything I can to preserve this guy's HP, and what does he do? How does he reward me for helping preserve his HP? Any answers? Any guesses? Anybody know what's coming next? Well, let me tell you. If you said he goes broadside and gives up his entire HP pool, you would be correct. So I'm going to give you a good look at the mini-map here, just so you can see it. Up close look, there you are, broadside to the other Nevada, coming off the corner. We all know how that ends. We all know how that ends. And again, this could be somebody's kid. I don't know, but after all this is no way to do it. So here it comes. Here it comes. In all its glory. Goodbye, HP. So all that work to save this guy's HP pool for nothing. He just throws it away in one salvo. Entire thing. That's his third mistake, because there's an opportunity at the end of the game before it comes clutch time to kill the battleship that is going to win the game. But he doesn't have the HP to do that because he just threw it away right there, coming broadside off a corner. Again, new player, somebody's kid, I don't know, so we're not going to pick on him, we're not going to call out names, we're not going to bully, we don't do that. We are just talking about the fact that 3 different times now this individual has done things that have made this battle tremendously more difficult and are going to result in the situation you see at the end of the battle. There's the points, there's the score, there's the time. I'm going to try to capture this B cap or Alpha cap. I know their DD is probably already on his way into Bravo. There's a BB about to move in. We've lost our Tiger. It's just me and the Nevada at this point. So I'm going to get this cap. I have no choice now but to take the Alpha cap, which I never wanted in the first place. We've lost our entire team because we've been down here at the Alpha cap thanks to Nevada, who thought it was just a brilliant idea to come all the way out to the edge of the map. So now we need to go to Bravo and deal with the mess that is at Bravo. And it's going to be at the Bravo cap that I throw the game. And again, regardless of whatever mistakes this Nevada made, regardless of whatever happened down at Charlie, this was my game to win or lose, and I lost it. So the blame is 100% on me, so if you want to troll somebody about their bad play, have at it. I'm the one. So here we go, we're out of Alpha. We are going to start heading towards the Bravo cap. Now I'd like to try and get some spots. I don't know what good this Nevada is at this point. Just figure if I can get some spots, maybe he can get some damage in. But we are going to end up with a Kaiser pushing through this Bravo cap, and he is going to make the mistake of getting spotted, knowing he's spotted, and then still continuing to sail on a straight line. Maybe he thinks the spot was from the battleship behind me, but he doesn't make any kind of evasive maneuvers for the torps. As you can see, I'm going to throw the torps right where the indicator says, and he sails straight into him. There he is coming off the corner. Literally going to drop right on the indicator. He got one salvo off at me, and then I'm able to duck it. We do know the DD is around here somewhere. You're going to see my RF jump here in a second. And Kaiser's going to end up taking those torps. That's going to be the end for him. And that is going to leave us with a DD and a battleship down 2 caps, down on points. Now we're up on points, but we're going to lose the Nevada. Clemson pops up. Their BB has no shot on me, so this is a one-on-one between me and the Clemson.
Engine boost activated.
And make no mistake about it, I have a tier on that Clemson, but it's still an American gunboat. It still hurts, and I'm going to lose a fair bit of HP knife fighting with him. I've killed tier 4s in my Clemson plenty of times, like, just because it's a tier 3, it's still an American gunboat. It still can get very nasty. I've definitely killed tier 4s in my Clemson. Like, Clemson don't care. Clemson's like Honey Badger. Don't care you're a tier up. It's still an American gunboat. So we're going to pop out, engage Clemson in a knife fight. And again, I'm going to lose more HP than I want to lose, but it's an American gunboat. It's American gunboat on American gunboat. And even though I have a tier, he still takes a good chunk of HP off me. Not much you can do about that. It is what it is. I mean, he was pretty much full health coming from the other side of the map, so they didn't even touch him over there. Whatever he did, he racked everyone up quick over there. We're gonna go ahead and get him off the board. And then we're gonna check back in on this Nevada, because he sailed straight into his death. He's once again broadside to another battleship with no HP. I think we all know how that ends. Yeah. So that's going to swing the points right back to even. They're up on 2 caps, so I know I have to get into a cap. I have to at least stop the points, if not turn the cap. With the positioning of that red battleship, I'm most likely going to be able to turn the cap. What my thinking was, you can see I'm low HP. What my thinking is I don't want to go straight up this right edge of the cap, because after that red BB kills our Nevada, if he turns and comes straight YOLOing into the other side of that cap and I'm on that edge, he's not going to have a lot of ground to close before he can YOLO me and get a spot on me, and with my low HP, 1 blast is enough. So I'm going to make this turn right here. Did you see it? That's game. That's game right there. I just lost with that turn. Look at the points, look at the time. We're going to look at that turn in all its glory, because that is game. This turn right here, rather than being aggressive and going straight into the cap, I make this turn to preserve my HP and give me a chance to not be spotted if this guy YOLOs in. That turn costs precious time. That precious time equals precious points. We are going to lose this battle by 13 points. You can see the turn there on the map. I'm going for the gap to my left rather than going straight into the cap. Again, my thinking was, if this guy YOLOs into the cap, I'm not going to have much room to get out of there. But that's what cost us the fight right there. That's what cost this battle, was that turn and going to that left side gap. This turn right here. This glorious turn right here is what's going to end up costing us the fight. So, in that clutch moment, I made a choice. I made a decision. I wanted to play it safe rather than aggressive. I'm looking at it. There's 4 minutes left. I'm thinking, it's going to be really close, but I should have enough time to turn this cap and turn it on points. Once I get the cap, I'm going to realize I don't have as much time as I thought I did. Had I gone straight into this cap, it ends up being a 13-point difference at the end. We're going to have 2 caps. They have 1. We're getting 6 points per tick. They're getting 3. That's 3 points every tick. 4 ticks. 4 ticks, and this game is won. 4 seconds. And I wasted about 10 going down and around to be safe. The guy doesn't even end up YOLOing the cap, so I did it for nothing. Trying to be safe, trying to be smart, trying to outplay them. And it does end up really close. It ends up being a 13-point difference. So, in that moment, doing the calculations in my head, like, I knew it was going to be close. I just didn't realize, like, it would be a 13-point difference, that it was going to take me that much longer to go the safe way rather than straight in. And I threw this game. I had this. Literally, all I had to do was drive straight, and I outthought myself. There it is. You can see the points. We have 2 caps, 2 minutes to go, and it's not going to be enough. Those 10 seconds of difference between driving straight or making that turn and going through the other gap cost the game. Now, it's easy to sit here after and say, yeah, you should have just gone straight, but in that moment, like, I made a decision. I wanted to play it safe. I didn't know this guy wasn't going to come screaming down into the cap. I mean, look where his position is. Had he come straight down the map into Bravo cap, he would have been right on top of me. So my thinking was correct. Definitely correct in thinking. Now I've realized, like, I gotta kill the dude. So we're gonna try to get some torps off here. I make another potato mistake here. I get too close to him and I end up having to smoke up. I lose my spot. Now, I don't have the HP to sit there and try to gun him down. That's, like I said, one blast off this dude, and he knows he's up against a DD. He's probably got HE loaded. One blast from him and it's game over. So I've really, like, I'm in a bad way. And I made bad choices. And it happens. I get a high cal. What does it matter? I took an L on a clutch match. That hurt. I can't tell you how hurt my feelings were after this game. I do not like losing clutch battles. Like, when it comes down to the last couple minutes of a game and the game is close and it's on the line, like, that's when I'm at my best. And here I was not. I was clearly not. I did some potato things. Regardless of what my team did to get me into that position, I blew the game. I blew the game, not them. I was the only one alive at this point. I made a choice that threw this game. That is on me. I hope that's, something people can learn from, because I definitely learned from it. Next time, just make the aggressive play and go straight in. Like, there's no radars, there's no, like, I had a smoke. I threw this really hard. And, again, in the moment, you make decisions, and that's what happens. Having that smoke, I could have taken that into consideration and realized, there you go, 13 points. 13 points. 4 ticks, 4 seconds. Oh, that's all I have for you. Here's the results for you, the scorecards, all that good stuff. As always, I appreciate y'all. If you appreciate the content, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. I will catch you next time. Good hunting, fair seas. Take care, captains. Bye.